So today's session is about pivoting your business model. So what do you need to shift and change in light of what's happening? I know that quite a few of you joined us on the market prediction session on Friday. If you haven't watched that, that is uploaded to the AAA group on Facebook. So I highly recommend you watch it, because we'll kind of cover the high level conclusions that we've come to off the back of all that market work as we go through this. But I think understanding where all our train of thinking has come from will be really helpful to you, understanding all of that. So we're going to give it the context about where we need to make decisions, and then some broad principles that we feel are what you need to be thinking about in terms of pivoting your business model at the moment too. And then we'll start to go into some specific examples, and we'll see where we get to by half 11.
Half 11, yes.
UK time. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, questions as we go through, please put them in the chat box. So do you want to kick us off with the context that we got to?
Right, so this is just a reminder, because it all stems from that thinking on Friday. So the key end results we kind of worked out for ourselves are that we are going to be entering a recession. We're looking at approximately 9 months of housing market decline. At the moment, that's what our anticipation is. We're hoping that by Q1 2021, we can start to see the market head upwards again. We are working off the kind of lack of ability to assess market value right now in this time. It's very impossible, especially with the lockdown, because we have no data to work from. So whatever model we're working with, we've got to kind of work around that complete market uncertainty of what is market value right now. So we're also working on the basis that banks are clearly reducing their LTVs at the moment, and surveyors are not even valuing right now, but when we come out the back end, they're going to be down valuing, they're going to be harsh, they're not going to be positive about the market. So we're working on those kinds of bases, and I'm assuming that it may be that when we come out the back end of the lockdown, the banks may get a bit more positive. Maybe they're really harsh now with the loan to values, and then they start to raise them a little bit, but I don't think we're going to get back to anything like what we were 3 months ago. Then the next thing is we're working on the basis that in the very short term, yields should increase because prices are decreasing. So regardless of whatever happens, we're going to see prices decrease, but rents aren't going to decrease at the same rate. So your yields will increase in the short term. But then we're going to hit a period potentially where lots of businesses are pivoting. You might get a lot of SA, people who normally do SA, pushing their properties over to buy to let because they're not managed to make SA work. You may well get many more rentals coming onto the market, which could flood the market with a bit of increase, with too much increased stock, and may help to decrease those yields again because we've got too much demand, and the rents will start to accommodate that demand by potentially lowering. So we're working on an assumption of increased yields, followed by at some point moving down back towards decreased yields, potentially back to where we started. So that's the kind of shape of yields we're looking at. We're working on a basis of I think those are all the bases of the back of Friday's session that we're feeding into our next bit of thinking, and just remember everyone that at this time right now, no action, taking absolutely no action, is a form of action. So do not feel don't feel impatient. Don't feel like you have to be doing stuff in terms of buying properties. Making no action right now could be the absolute best move for many people. So we just need to think of that as taking action. Cool.